Despite the high cost of ingredients, it's quite popular among players to sell Bara Briths as a way of making gold. Today, I want to investigate if it's actually worth it to sell Baras. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to the collector of sulis, who gave me the idea for this video. He also generously provided me with the results of 5,000 fruitcakes that he made, which I'll use in my analysis. Just as a disclaimer, this video is going to be pretty math heavy, so please bear with me. Let's start with the production costs. The cost of cooking Baras varies slightly depending on the price of wheat on your server, but for the purpose of this analysis, let's just say wheat costs 50 gold each. To make a Bara, you need an exquisite fruitcake, which you get by critting while cooking a regular fruitcake. Fruitcakes are made from wheat, dried fruit, eggs, and ruby extracts. That's a total cost of 185 gold per fruitcake. The chance of cooking an exquisite fruitcake with maxed mastery is approximately 25%, meaning that it costs 185 times 4, or 740 gold on average to make an exquisite fruitcake. The cost of one exquisite fruitcake is added to the cost of one saffron and another ruby extract to arrive at 1,620 gold, i.e. the total cost of cooking one Bara Brith. The income from selling one Bara depends on how much they go for on your server. I'll base the calculations on their sulis value, which is 1,500 gold, but feel free to substitute this for the value on your server. When you cook a Bara, you're also left with 3 fruitcakes, which are each worth 185 gold. If you want to take the fruitcakes into account, the income from one Bara increases to 2,055 gold. Therefore, you earn a profit of 435 gold from one Bara if you factor in the fruitcakes, but if you don't, you actually incur a loss of 120 gold. Thankfully, cooking Baras in batches is more profitable since you get the additional income from the perfected fruitcakes and exquisite/perfected Baras that you make. With maxed mastery, around 25% of the Baras you make should be exquisite, with 2.5% of fruitcakes and Baras being perfected. This means that, generally speaking, it's optimal to cook Baras in multiples of 40 to maximize the amount of perfected Baras you get. On average, if you cook 40 Baras, you'll make 116 regular fruitcakes, 4 perfected fruitcakes, 29 regular Baras, 10 exquisite Baras, and 1 perfected Bara. If you count fruitcakes, the profit from 40 Baras is 36,360 gold, but if you don't, it's only 13,700 gold. Now let's get into the results from the cooking done by the collector. For reference, his cooking level is 184 and his mastery is 1,846 out of 1,850. As I mentioned, he made 5,000 fruitcakes, which breaks down into 3,789 regular, 1,014 exquisite, and 197 perfected. Note that only 20% of the fruitcakes he cooked were exquisite, but a whopping 4% were perfected. He then turned the 1,014 exquisite fruitcakes into 747 regular Baras, 245 exquisite Baras, and 22 perfected Baras. The total production cost of cooking 1,014 Baras is 1,014 times 1,620, which is around 1.6 million gold. His total income is calculated by summing the income from the regular/perfected fruitcakes and the regular/exquisite/perfected Baras to arrive at around 2.7 million gold. Therefore, his overall profit is around 1 million gold, but if we remove the value of the fruitcakes, his profit drops to just 310,000 gold. The collector told me that it took him 34 hours of non-stop cooking to make all the fruitcakes and Baras, meaning that he made an average profit of 31,482 gold per hour by doing this, if you include the value of fruitcakes. If you don't include the fruitcakes, this drops to an abysmal 9,127 gold per hour. Personally, I would opt for other gold making methods that are more efficient, such as merching or farming prized pikes. Even though I rely quite heavily on fruitcakes, to me, 30k per hour isn't really worth it. I'm also not a fan of how hands-on this method is, and the fact that you have to find people to buy your Baras. At the moment, my mastery is only around 400 anyway, so it's definitely more worth it for me to just buy Baras from other players instead of making my own. However, if Baras go for a higher price on your server, or let's say you're comfortable using a bot to cook for you, then selling Baras might be worth it. Thanks again to the collector for his help with this video. He has his own channel where he mainly posts dicing and chest opening videos, so please check him out if you're interested. That's about it for this video. Hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.